get right, let's get right. Let's get right, let's get right, let's get right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dilla T, and this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat, get you something to drink, get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. Let's get into this here.
For some people, reaching their desired level of success has no boundaries. They're willing to do whatever it takes to become a success story, even if that means neglecting their morals and selling out completely. Something that has become all too normal for Hollywood celebrities. You know what they say, success is a heck of a drug, and we all know that addicts are willing to do anything to get that fix, even if it means destroying their soul in the process. Such is the case for Hollywood celebrities who are willing to publicly humiliate themselves in pursuit of fame and success, going as far as to compromise themselves in front of millions of fans so they can get the approval of the industry higher-ups. This embarrassing phenomenon has been dubbed Hollywood humiliation rituals, a public hazing of a celebrity orchestrated by the higher-ups to be initiated into their inner circles. This is something that NLE Choppa himself has admitted to participating in, confirming that he was not only put through a humiliation ritual, but that he passed his humiliation ritual.
My humiliation ritual. With all honors.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about NLE Choppa confirming his humiliation ritual. Let's get right into it. If you haven't heard of the term humiliation ritual, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Also, if you haven't noticed this with other celebrities other than NLE Choppa, then you might not know to what extent this goes to within Hollywood. A humiliation ritual is a hazing trial many celebrities are put through once they reach a certain milestone in the industry. It usually tends to happen when a celebrity is either climbing the popularity ranks or even when they have made it to the very top. Once they're made to go through these humiliation rituals, we see these celebrities completely embarrassing themselves in the most compromising ways. They do this for a short period of time and then go back to acting normal. You have likely seen many instances of this. Many of the top celebrities have publicly gone through these humiliation rituals over the years. Many Hollywood actors have put through these humiliation rituals, like John Cena last year, who was seen wearing women's clothing and even showed up to the Oscars in his birthday suit. This was his public humiliation ritual. Coincidentally, he performed this humiliation ritual as he was exploding in popularity in Hollywood. We saw Drake going through his own humiliation ritual last year, wearing women's nail polish. He showed up everywhere with his brightly colored painted fingernails. Latin trap superstar Bad Bunny is not shy of humiliation rituals either. He has not only worn women's clothing multiple times in several different cover shoots, but he literally cross-dressed like a woman for one of his music videos, and he even made out with his male dancer during one of his performances. Are you really surprised that he's now headlining the Super Bowl in 2026? This is how you get to the top. Same thing with rapper Kid Cudi. Right after he made his comeback and started showing up in movies, he starts wearing dresses and women's clothing. He even showed up to a Hollywood event as someone's bride. Lil Uzi Vert did it too, showing up to his performance rocking a woman's purse, while also introducing his fans to his female alter ego. Legendary Hollywood actors have done it too, like Robert De Niro. He was humiliated by Diddy in a skit, as De Niro dressed up like a woman and backed it up on Diddy, which now seems a lot more disturbing knowing what Diddy is into. Doja Cat had her own humiliation ritual moment, shaving off her eyebrows and descending into a public breakdown for a year. Young Thug is another artist infamous for his humiliation ritual moment. He repeatedly wore women's clothing and started calling his close male friends besties and babe. As you can see, it's not just one celebrity doing this in Hollywood. All of these celebrities are made to do this at one point or another. I can literally show endless examples of this. Playboy Cardi, Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, DaBaby, Lil Baby, Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, and the list goes on and on. They all did it. While this has become an obvious thing in Hollywood, no celebrity has ever confirmed they are forced to participate in humiliation rituals to achieve success. Well, that was until NLE Choppa uploaded a video on his own YouTube channel confirming that he had gone through a humiliation ritual, and according to him, he passed it. Sometime back, NLE Choppa posted an interesting video on his YouTube channel with almost 2 million subscribers. He titled the video, "I did a humiliation ritual in past." Now this video title speaks for itself, but before we get into that video, let's identify his humiliation ritual first. Back in 2024, Choppa went viral for zesty reasons as he had posted this photo of himself and captioned it coming out. This coincided with several other zesty photos and songs he was releasing at the time. Photos like this where he was using a cake to cover himself while in his birthday suit, or photos like this one where he can be seen in tidy whities, or even like this photo where he's showing off his backside. This was around the time he dropped his song Sut Me Out Too, which was full of zesty lyrics that had people looking at Choppa strangely. What it looked like was Choppa was going through the same humiliation rituals many celebrities are forced to go through, making Choppa appear feminine to give off the idea that he was either gay or gender neutral. This is something that he came out and addressed himself in his YouTube video, telling the world straight up that he indeed was put through a humiliation ritual and passed it.
Passed my humiliation ritual. With all honors, I passed my humiliation ritual. With all honors, with flying colors. But the only difference between my humiliation ritual and a lot of others is I was walking with God the whole time. Being deeply rooted in prayer, deeply in search of answers, and deeply rooted and grounded in the palms of his hands through the process of this whole humiliation ritual. This video today is a serious one, happy and fruitful, and I got humiliated for it. I got humiliated deeply for it. I was called gay. I was called, you know what, let's be honest, I got the F-bomb dropped on me hard. I was called gay. I was called Diddy Jr. I was called weird. I was called freaky. I was called a bitch. I was disrespected. Let's just say that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm smiling now. I'm good now. I'm not gonna spiral off because I'm learning how to handle it. And one thing God has taught me after I made this video the last time is never get mad at people just because they don't walk with God. I'm coming out comment was me coming out with a song, but spiritually it was me coming out of my shell, out of my cocoon, and blossoming into the butterfly that God has been molding since I had my first spiritual awakening 3 years ago.
Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Become a member today. We about to cook this gizzard. Did he just tell you he did a ritual and he was with God? What?
Hi, George Weber. What makes the Weber family?
Man, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. Become a member today. It's your boy Dealatofficial. It's my family. You know what it is. No filters, fam. Act like you know what's going on here. Act like you know what's going on here. Let's make sure that we hitting that like button, subscribing, family, because we cooking in the building.
Has all the action. Follow your favorite teams, no matter where you are. Subscribe.
Mona in the building. I appreciate you searching for your love. I appreciate you, family. Let's go.
4 years ago, 2020, during COVID. From dark to light, God came to me 4 years ago, around the same time that he's coming to me now. And he's telling me to embark on a change. History has repeated itself.
As you heard for yourself, Choppa had no issues admitting he went through a humiliation ritual, admitting that all the zesty things he was doing were because of this humiliation ritual. But even though he was admitting to going through this ritual, he tried to paint it in a way that doesn't seem as bad, claiming that he did his humiliation ritual while walking with God, which is complete and total nonsense. God has nothing to do with his humiliation ritual. God will never ask you to humiliate yourself to show him any alliance. This is just the nonsense he added to try to justify embarrassing himself for the Hollywood higher-ups. These celebrities love saying God to cover up what they really do, but they never tell us which God they are referring to. NLE Choppa is into all the new age nonsense that has nothing to do with God. He knows it. He also knows that those humiliation rituals he was doing weren't for God. They were for Hollywood. They were done for him to show his alliance with the organization that runs Hollywood. NLE Choppa has shown many times that he is being used by the secret club that runs Hollywood, showing he has taken the oath by doing the one-eye symbolism, or doing the shush pose that represents his vow of secrecy. Choppa wasn't doing humiliation rituals for God. He was doing them to continue to show his alliance to the higher-ups. He was being hazed. Everybody knows about college fraternities and their hazing rituals. These hazing rituals are humiliation rituals. This goes back to ancient secret societies. The hazing rituals were not only an initiation rite to embarrass the initiate, but it was also done as a method of bonding, as every member has to go through the humiliation rituals. It is also a method of blackmail to ensure every member stays in line. Freemasonry has many humiliation rituals that it puts its members through. In fact, one member actually died while being put through a humiliation ritual in a lodge. You can find articles about this online. Many secret societies participate in these humiliation rituals. Since those who run Hollywood are all a part of these secret societies, these practices govern Hollywood too. These celebrities all get to a point where they gotta compromise themselves to keep climbing. They gotta show that they are down with pushing the industry's agenda. They have to prove to those who run the industry that they're okay with doing zesty things for fame. This is what Choppa was doing all of 2024, allowing him to please the industry overlords and keep his name in the meta. Celebrities who refuse to participate in their humiliation rituals end up losing everything. They fall off, and the industry stops showing them support. This is why you can find almost every celebrity doing these humiliation rituals. They're willing to do anything to keep those above them happy. These humiliation rituals are starting to be seen in streaming as they become more mainstream. I have already done videos on countless streamers like ChoZen, Aiden Ross, and Speed, all doing these humiliation rituals. These streamers, just like the celebrities, are now doing zesty things on stream every chance they get. Situations like Aiden Ross and Speed acting like they're about to make out, or ChoZen and Speed taking showers together and acting zesty together on a bed. Do you really think it's a coincidence these are the three biggest streamers in the world? The three streamers who have all been caught acting zesty on stream? Streaming is becoming Hollywood, and Hollywood's rules are now governing that industry. All those in Hollywood have to do is wave massive contracts in front of the faces of these kids, and they're down to do anything. These humiliation rituals are what got Kai to the #1 subscribed streamer. This is where the question, what are you willing to do to make it, comes up. Is it worth compromising your soul, your morals, and even your dignity for fame and money? Is it worth having it all if you have to lose yourself to get there? Everyone wants success, but it's important to achieve that success in the right way. It's important to remain true to who you are and not sell your soul to the devil for 15 minutes of fame. While you become a star and get everything you want at the moment, it won't last forever. Your career would eventually die out, and for the small amount that remain relevant until they die, it all ends after death. Now you traded your eternity in heaven for punishment for your sins, all because you wanted your paradise here on earth. Don't sell out. It's not worth it. Instead, work hard and remain loyal to yourself, but most importantly, God. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You see this house in Florida? Well, let me show you how I invested into it with just a few $100. Plus my investment was
Okay, y'all. NLE Choppa. He is on the chopping block today, y'all. And all I can say to y'all is, had your wife and had your kids, literally, y'all. I would treat this one like he was on the registered list with Diddy now. I would not leave, and it's nobody safe. The boys or the girls. I'm just gonna put it out there, y'all. It doesn't matter what. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all. This one right here. I heard some really disturbing stuff about him with his own little ones. Okay, y'all. And it is what it is, y'all. And I think there's some sugarcoating going on too. And we about to talk about it. Okay, y'all. We about to talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day 1s, 2s, and 3s. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome.
Because let's get right and just get real. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member today. We about to cook in here. I want you to know why we chose NLE Choppa today. Why he about to get cooked till he burnt. Rumor has it, the man is neglecting his kids in an abusive way to where, you know them shows we be watching and people be out here doing their kids like they ain't nothing? You know them shows we be kept, yeah. Them neighbors that's hiding kids, keeping kids locked up in attics, treating them worse than animals. Yeah. Rumor has it that this duck right here has been treating his kids like they are not human beings. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. When I heard this, it hit different because I had heard this already a little minute ago. Okay? Because see, I don't just hear something pop off and go crazy and then get to run into my family like, oh man, you won't believe this, right? I need some days. I need to know that's real. I need to know if that is real, then that means something's going to build off of that. That means that story or whatever that is going to become real. It's going to become live. It's going to really build into something that no one can say that was a lie. So here we have it today now. That NLE Choppa is on the cutting block. That this young man is neglecting his kids. And that his baby mamas then put it out there several times of how he's treating his kids. Now, I want to know, why would this man do that to his kids? But that's the same reason why we ask. Why would a duck be quacking? Because that's all they know how to do. So let's get into this here.
Welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes.
Ruth in the building.
Things alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all, and let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Monday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings, and please, y'all, watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life and keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I knew there was something wrong with this one right here. He stands out to me in a negative way, in my personal opinion. Not, I'm just saying, y'all don't know him personally, but in my personal opinion on him, I don't know, I get some real crazy vibes from this one right here, and I've been getting that from him. There's some little strange for a piece of change going on in that head of his, okay, y'all? And some really disturbing stuff coming out right now, y'all. Seriously. First baby mama comes out and exposes him for neglect, pretty much. Doing stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. And I'm going to say this. His mom, she always come out to like defend him and this and that and this. But where were you when he was doing this stuff? You don't talk to, y'all not close. I call you for some advice on what to do with the baby, this and that and this. Because normally, people call their parents, what you said to do when we was little and you said to do this and that, with this happening, this and that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that type of relationship. They can't, y'all. If he's doing the things that he's doing and things that's taking place with his children, with him, and he's trying to play dumb. I'm just going to say this, y'all. When I finish telling y'all this, I want y'all personal opinion on what y'all think, or do y'all think it was more than what they said? Okay, y'all? Or they sugar-coated it stuff just so he wouldn't get no trouble. Okay, y'all? A baby mama number one comes out and lets some cats out the bag, y'all. Okay? Not the first child, the second child, because he got two babies. He got a little girl. That's the first baby. And then the second baby. So it's the second baby now, y'all, that we're talking about. The little boy. Okay? He has a son, and I don't know if y'all remember the baby mama. I forgot her name. Okay? But she was the one that was on there crying and whining. She chased this man, says she chased and chased and chased. He threw everything at her he could as far as trying to, run her away pretty much. And she wouldn't go nowhere. She put up with everything. Okay, y'all? Until she got what she wanted, She got a baby. You tied to him for life, pretty much now. And now she is coming out telling people that, you know, the reason why her baby was rushed to the emergency room, a 1-year-old at that, okay, y'all, was, you know, he was left with the father. This one right here, okay? Which I, my personal opinion, think he's sweating Skittles. I think that he really do like men instead of women. That's my personal opinion. I don't even think he like girls. I really don't think he like women at all. I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all, but that's how I feel. How he act and his poses and his clothes and y'all, when he just right here, y'all. Don't be surprised some years down the line you hear some strange things on this one too. I'm just saying, okay? His 1-year-old child was rushed to the hospital, y'all, because
Smith in the bill.
NLE Choppa felt that he didn't need to eat. He could fast with him. Okay? He could fast. If he fasts, his baby can fast. That's what's basically, you know, he did. And didn't feed the baby from the time the mama left the baby with him till the baby was dropped off to the mama or picked up. The baby didn't eat a thing, y'all.
Mama came
Only
to
thing
bill.
he gave the baby was a little bit juice, y'all. And his excuse was the reason why he did it, that he put his baby on this strict diet, okay, y'all, of no eating. He said that his son's stomach looked like Gucci Mane's stomach. So, and he said he didn't need to eat 3 times a day. That was too much. They feed him too much. So he decided to not feed him at all, y'all. Okay? This is what he did. So, ladies, I say this all the time, my day 1s, 2s, and 3s. Y'all always hear me say this. Be careful who you pick as their baby's daddy. Because that DNA is something else. Do y'all understand me? DNA is something else. Be careful. And then you just may be stuck with somebody with some screws medicine that you got to deal with going back and forth to court. And they got money. And they can pay for lawyers and all of this other stuff. Okay? And you could be forced to leave your little one around him again. Even though you know.
Because see, you got to understand, hit that like button, subscribe, become a member right now. See, you got to understand something. It's things like this, and it's a real bad problem because this little dude here ain't got no daddy around him or something. And even if he got a mother around him, and they don't know or they do know, somebody know what's going on here and ain't saying nothing. The uncles of the baby mama need to find him and do him dirty. Because I don't even be understanding how these little bitty little dudes like this right here, these little dudes like this, having kids, treat them like nothing, and come up with some stupid excuse that he needs to be fasting. First of all, you don't even know the nurturing part of a child for you to even think for a moment that a child could fast at that age. I mean, this is really a shame. Because somebody around him think it's okay because he has money to do that. He has money to go to court for his stupidity. If my family members knew of a family member in our family that's starving kids, child neglecting them, and they have $1 million and more, and they famous, and they give the reason that they want the child to fast, or they come up with a lie to just starve the child, we would do him so dirty and leave him wherever he want to be. Because you don't get to do a kid like that and walk around the earth and still think that we're going to listen to your music, go to your shows, or follow you on social media, period. It's a wrap for NLE Choppa. There's no more following this guy. There's no more listening to anything. I never listened to his music in the first place. There's no more for this guy here. You understand? Anybody rocking with him, shut it down. Because the nerve of you to support him, but he don't support his kids. Let's get right in here. Let me say that again for the stupid people in the back. The nerve of you to support him, but he don't support his kids. Even down to a meal, and that boy got millions. His baby mama should feel ashamed of herself because she tracked him down, fought him, slaved with him, blood, sweat, and tears just to have a child with him, for that child to be neglected by him. So now she got to be feeling even more stupid and being a duck as well. Because you fought for this stupidity. You fought for this. And now even more, it makes me think that he didn't even probably want a child. And now he had a child. And now he treating the child like the child ain't even a child. Running warrior in the building. He treating the child like, oh, this ain't nothing because I never even wanted it. Not he or she, it. And this is the repercussions of that. This is what kids are going through in this generation. Little stupid boys like this that have a child. They get mixed up in the industry with the elite. And somebody's raping that man right here. Telling them what to do, when to do it, and to keep doing it. And he doing all of that even in the midst of neglecting himself, his family, and his kids. I mean, this is so deep to me because these are the kids we talking about, fam. Your own seed that come out your body, like Mona said. How could you do that? How could you starve your own child? How could you neglect your own child? The only way to me you could do that is if you feel like that ain't your child. Because all the people that neglect their kids and abuse them and leave them in these rooms, treating them worse than animals, they always talk like that child was a problem starter. That child had a problem. That child was always talking crazy, doing this, doing that. They always try to come up for a reason why they treating that child worse than an animal. And his reason was that his child needs to fast just like he's fasting. The baby mama brothers, his cousins, somebody need to find him and boot up with him until he bloody in the street somewhere begging for his life. That is sick and disgusting. You should off yourself. You shouldn't even be here. No, Ruth, what he missing is a real life because he going after something that's going to destroy him within itself and his family. And he don't care why. He just cut his hair. Bald head now. That's how I know. Yeah, he with them people. He just crossed over. He telling you he just did a humiliation ritual, but tried to tell y'all that like God has something to do with it. So y'all can keep buying his music. So you don't think he with the craziest, weirdest people in the world. That's the situation, man. Oh, let's keep going with the stupid.
Safe, okay, y'all. I'm just saying.
Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member. We cooking.
Who y'all is dealing with? You know how y'all like the guys that's the most cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out there, I know I was attracted to them too, y'all. Okay? I was attracted to them. Yes. Okay? But this is an example that y'all should follow. You could have a baby by that cycle, okay? And be stuck with this thing. And this is what I believe that is going on right now. And the mama, Lord, I did a video on her a long time ago with her crying and whining and nose running and all. Lord have mercy, just pathetic, pitiful, chasing a man that clearly didn't want you then. He don't want you now, and don't look like he wants the baby because he acting as if the baby's an embarrassment to him. Look at this belly, Gucci man belly. Are you talking about your own baby? And he stopped that poor baby all day long, y'all. Only thing he gave him was some beet juice. And then when the baby went to the hospital and everything, I guess the doctor said that the beet juice was too strong for the baby. Okay? And, the baby's supposed to be eaten. And the mama, she said, all thing you gotta do is feed him. You're supposed to feed him. Milk is not enough. Even milk wouldn't have been enough if he would have just gave him milk. But he didn't give him no milk. He gave him some beet juice, y'all. This is what he did, y'all. So, after this got exposed, the first baby mama said, wait, let me tell him what he been doing to my daughter. Let me see what the world got to say about him doing what happened with my daughter, going to visit him. So the baby number one, the little girl, I don't know how old she.
The first baby mama need to be smacked up right now. I'm talking about all that. Cause how you gonna all of a sudden open up your damn mouth after the second baby mama done said something first? You the first baby mama going through it first. You need to open up your mouth first and say, hey, this happened to my daughter first. But no, you didn't. You let your daughter get tortured by that man. He ended up having another baby mama, ended up having a son. Now this man torturing the son, that baby mama come out tell the world, and now the first baby mama want to open up her mouth about how he tortured his daughter. She don't get no pass either. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member right now. Hit that notification bell on all. Let's go.
She is. Okay. The mama says the last time that she left her baby girl with her daddy, NLE Choppa, y'all. She said that pretty much, I think she left the baby with him from that Friday, or the incident what supposedly happened that Friday, and the baby wasn't delivered back to the mother until that Sunday, at my understanding. Okay, y'all? Now, this is a weird one. Oh my goodness, this is strange. Okay, and y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not. Okay? Baby number one, his first child, a girl, okay, comes to visit him. He takes her to the studio. Y'all. They say that he went and watched her. And they said that she had an accident and she got injured because I guess she was doing flips or splits or whatever in there, okay? And they said that she did a split and she went down on a door stopper. She did a split and went down on a door stopper. This is what they told us. Okay, y'all? And she hurt herself. And she had, ketchup. I must just say ketchup. In the undies after the injury. She kept it on her for 2 days.
I tried everything for my
What?
And then I found Nizoral. It works differently to get to the root cause of dandruff. Its active ingredient is 10 times more effective at fighting fungus, the primary cause of dandruff. Say goodbye.
Did y'all hear that, fam?
With Nizoral, now available in a shampoo plus conditioner.
Apartments.com helped me find
Now
a place
tell me I ain't tripping, but hit that like button, subscribe. I know I ain't tripping.
Apartments.com.
You will find every last
Did y'all hear that thing?
Don't act like that. Don't think that.
Yeah, I know. I need to know you heard that. Let me know if that's what you heard.
And I want you to know that taking care of me makes.
This is Buick. Now.
Oh man, Ruth, they done took all your highs away. I know.
0.9% APR.
2 days she had to catch up on it because she said on a door stopper. Just what they told us. Okay, y'all? And she hurt herself. She hurt herself. And she had, ketchup. I must just say ketchup. In the undies after the injury. She kept it on her for 2 days. 2 days she had to catch up on it because she said the incident happened Friday. And when the mama got the baby back that Sunday, she said, "Mama, my cootie cat hurt." This is what she said. Her cootie cat hurt. And her mama asked her what happened. And she said, I was in the studio and I was doing a split and I fell down on the doorstop. And it's been like this ever since. And she said she was scared to tell her daddy what happened. Y'all hear? His daughter said she was scared to tell him what happened, that she had fell and hurt herself and that she was, red stuff was down there from hurting herself. She was scared to tell him. Now, I ain't no rocket scientist, but I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about this situation. This is my personal experience. Y'all, this is my personal opinion. Okay, I'm trying to get out because I'm kind of peed off about this. I feel like this little girl, this was what was told for her to say.
Yes.
Let me say that one more again. Yeah, one more again. I feel like somebody told her to say this so he wouldn't get in trouble. Because where were you when she failed, if she failed? Okay? And they're saying there was other people in the studio and this and that and this. But I'm going to just tell y'all this. When people are in the studios, ninjas like this, with their little crew, I'm just saying, y'all. A lot of the times, it is sipping and street pharmacy stuff going around in there so they can get their mojo up so they can get the music on, okay, y'all? And I'm going to just say this. I think that was what she was told to say. My personal opinion. I think it's a lie that she fell on the doorstop of. I wasn't there, so I'm going to say allegedly.
Somebody better go find NLE Choppa right now. You hear me? Oh, man. Let me tell you something, boy. Your daughter was in the studio. She ended up with ketchup in between her legs for 2 days. Something happened to that girl in that studio. You hear me? And because this man is famous, they didn't want that to come out to mess up the money. You sacrifice your daughter. He sacrificed his daughter that he would let her come in the studio, leave her in there with just whoever. And who knows what they did to that girl. To say that you did a split on the doorstop, first of all, the baby mama, once she came back and said that her in between the legs hurt, First call should have been him. Where you at? I'm about to pull up right now. Because while my daughter sitting in front of me with ketchup in between her legs for 2 days, it looked like. And why she telling me she's scared to tell you why in between her legs hurt? Where you at? I'm finna pull up on you right now. Cause who doing a split and landing on a door stopper? I better not ever see NLE Choppa ever. Because you took your daughter to the studio, you let her get anything allegedly, something happened that had to do with her middle section. And who knows whatever guy or sick monsters you had in there with you. And nothing was never done to you because of that. See, people like that deserve to get poked in the face when you see them. I don't care if you just a fan on the side and they walk past, you should just walk up like, yeah, mother. You should just walk up and hit them with that right there like you ain't shit. Just right there on their forehead. And what they gonna do? What you gonna do? I wish you, what you gonna do? I wish you would do something. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Take your face, put it to the wall, make you eat the side of the sidewalk. Matter of fact, open up your mouth, put it on the sidewalk. Let me step around her and shove my head, straight foot, right into your head, right into that ground, right into that mouth, right into that jaw, right into that concrete. That means take your mouth, open it up, and bite the concrete. So you don't understand, we come from that time back in my day. We make you get up, bite the concrete. Yeah, bite the concrete. Because we about to stump your head in the back of it. Don't play with me in here, dirty. What? Yeah, you gonna bite the sidewalk. You gonna bite the concrete. Open up your mouth and put it on the side of that concrete right there. Open up your mouth, yeah. You can cry all day, but you're gonna open up your mouth and bite that concrete. You did that like that to that little girl. You did that like that to that little boy. And them kids don't deserve none of that. You understand me? It's people out here care more about his kids than he do. That's the problem with the world. Francie in the building. You better start making people bite the sidewalk and stomp them in the back of their head for playing with you and your kids. Let's find out what other sickness he did. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member right now. This is a reason why. We got to stand on business for our kids, man. I've been saying that since day one. We're not waiting on headlines because we read in between the lines, and we're here to let you know that if we inform, we're here to inform, understand, and be aware. That what? Tell them what I'm talking about in the comments right now. You better get it understood. We here for the kids of the more. We here for your kids, my kids. We here to be for our kids. And NLE Choppa don't care about the kids. Let me find out one of y'all listening to his music. I'm going to get into it with you on purpose. Literally. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member right now. We cooking!
But I feel this story was all made up to clear his name of what happened, if he did it or not.
Nikki Love in the build. I appreciate you, Nikki.
I think this is what she was told. Why would she be scared to tell him you hurt yourself? Do he holler at her like, get out my ass? Like what? Why would you be scared to tell your daddy that you hurt yourself? Even if he was busy during that time after the video was over and you finished doing whatever, because I don't feel like she should have been in the studio in the first place. My personal opinion. If somebody wasn't watching her with a level head, she shouldn't even been in the studio. Because we all know what go down in them studios, okay, y'all? I think this is a whole lot. My personal opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is NLE, whatever you want to call him, is he being exposed for being some type of monster, y'all? Because this is crazy.
Nerdy Locks in the building. What's up with you?
Starving, and the other one go home with her cootie cat hurting. And ketchup in the undies. And the other you starving. Y'all, I don't know about this one. I just have to say it like this. I was not there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It seems off to me. And y'all can let me know what y'all
I'm gonna do this. And it's crazy too because, and I'm gonna do this too for you, Nerdy Locks, because you engage so well. So I know you gotta be a member at this point. I know you gotta be a member at this point, Nerdy Locks. Ain't no way you heard me going this hard and you're not a member. We gotta get it right. Let's get right. Okay. Now I'm saying this for you because I made a video about the National Guard being deployed to Chicago, okay, and the next steps that they're about to take. We about to go back down that road in a second because there are other cities that they are actually planning to deploy to in order. It's step by step. So we're gonna go down that road, but I want you to go check that out, Nerdy Locks. When you get a chance, you will see the deployment of the National Guard in the city that they're actually in and actually taking on now. So that's why the biggest thing about it, and knowing how the videos that I make sure we have to capture for our kids so they'll know this is what they want to do with us in your future. So by all means, trust me, Nerdy Locks, pull up, see it, it's all good. Don't never forget, family, always, bam, $2 raffle, $5 raffle, always pinned at the top of the Cash App in the comments, family. You get your chance to win any color, any kind. Coming around that corner, signed by your boy Dealatofficial, family. And that's a No Filters shirt. So you already know what it is in the super chat and the Cash App. Your love, your support goes a long way. Shout out to Mona. Shout out to Tone, the t-shirt champ. Theirs already in the mail. They should be pulling up this weekend for fam and them. Once they get theirs, they gonna take a picture. And you gonna know your boy was sent straight from here. No Filters, family. Let's keep it all the way real and all the way right and all the way raw. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member today. Why? We cooking.
Y'all, this is the news report right here. Accused of starving a 1-year-old amid fiery custody battle. You mean to tell me that they got to go to court against somebody with some money that clearly should not have? He should have supervised visits, y'all. My personal opinion. He should have supervised visits, and the parents should have full custody of the mamas.
He shouldn't even get no visit. Is she stupid? Let me get right up in here. Did y'all hear that? Why would I let this creature visit my loving child if nothing that he does means well by her or him? Because nothing that he's done means well by them. Why would I allow you to even see them? Oh, I'm sorry. Here's your dad. Yeah, he starves you. He don't feed you. He don't clothe you. He don't nurture you. But he's on the top billboards at number 28. He's got like a multi-million-dollar contract deal with a company. He's got this. He just put out that. Yeah, he's on magazines. Yeah, he's crossed the world. He's famous. That's what you're telling your kid? Oh, here's your dad. He thinks you're fat. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Here's your dad. He thinks you're fat. Yeah, he thinks you got too much stomach. Yeah, so he don't want to feed you no more. Yeah, so you know you're not going to eat when you go over there, right? Oh, no. I mean, I'm saying, no. I'm saying, how you negotiate with your kids when you telling them, I'm about to send you to the sickest person in the world. But this your daddy. Oh, yeah, you know. You know, you get over there, you're going to eat. So you probably want to eat now. Because you ain't going to eat when you get over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you know, you probably don't even want to go over there because you go over there, you probably some other dude gonna be over there looking at you, and you never know what's gonna happen when you get back. So you sure you want to go over there? You sure you want to go over there? You gonna starve? Somebody gonna put their hands on you. People gonna put hands on you, rape you, and somebody gonna starve you and never feed you. So you just gonna fall out and die, and you gonna fall out and die because somebody raped and killed you. Oh, my fault. The R word. He don't get the dad, the father. He don't get no more title. Ain't no title. Ain't no seeing them. Ain't no nothing. It's just nothing. It's a wrap. It's nothing. Good riddance. We never knew you. We don't even know who you are. Who are you? A stranger. Bye. Get out. Stranger danger. That's the situation.
They ain't all that either, but I think the least she gonna feed the baby. That's the least she gonna at least feed it. And the other mama was crying, talking about she cried when she heard her baby say some stuff. That scares you already when you're gonna sing.
But you ain't told nobody, so what you crying for?
Even a babysit for you.
You crying now?
That's a scary situation because you're wondering, they okay, blah, blah, blah. You want to make sure you're making the best decision for them. But how do you not make the best decision for them when that other half of them is their daddy right here? And it's happening in his care. And his mama got the nerve. I'm going to wait till I go and read what his mama said first. Because I'm just saying. Because I'm wondering now, is she going at the girls like, oh, y'all telling and y'all lying on them or something? You know what I'm saying? Because where were you when your son was doing what he was doing to these little ones? I'm just saying, y'all. Where was mama there then? So let me go. I don't want to say nothing she didn't say. So I'm going to go and see what, because somebody just sent me something saying that his mother responded to the accusations. One rushed to the hospital, starving him. The other one had to go to the emergency room too, when she came from over there, because she had what? Catch up in the... Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I don't want people to be like, oh, she going. No, this is weird, y'all. And I don't care what nobody say. This some bull crap. This some straight bull. And I hope they don't get him shared custody or anything like that. Because she better get as many people as she...
Them kids need to go to foster homes. Let me say that again. Them kids need foster parents. Right now, they got to get away. And people in the foster parent community, some of them ain't together either. But that child, them kids got to get away from these ducks right here. Because these the type of ducks that don't quack. They got no sound when they quack. You understand? These the type of ducks that got no sound when they quack. They got to get up out of there. They got to go to some real people that give real life, that care about real kids from real parents with real livings. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids like this that's being tortured right now in the world, going through nothing because they have nobody to stand up for them. Nobody. And I mean like nobody. People hearing about it, they family, nobody standing up for them. And then the sad part is, this man famous. We found out he doing this. The whole world should be standing up for them kids. The whole world should be coming against this man. The whole world be listening to his music. And the whole world be buying his tickets at his shows. Why is not the whole world gonna beat him up when they see him because he's doing his kids like they're nothing. I wait. The whole world. And ain't nobody there to do nothing when this come up. You got all that mouth when it come to the music, when it come to the this, when you come to dressing like that, when it come to all this. But when it comes about your kids, hearing that that boy child neglected and abused, ain't nobody got nothing to say. I don't get it. I want to know who his brother is, who his sister is, who his mama is, who his cousins is. I want to know. Because how y'all know about this and ain't doing nothing? Why would his daughter's name come up with ketchup in between her legs for 2 days? Why would his name even be in that? You can't argue that with nobody. You can't say, oh man, the baby mama tripping, man. She just talking stuff. No, you don't get to say that with that. That don't go with that. That don't go with, oh man, she always trying to make up something, always trying to give me a case, or she always trying to do this and that, and she act like, okay, but that don't go with that, buddy. Your daughter ketchup in between her legs 2 days, telling her mama her in between her legs hurt. That's all on you, Choppa. And you a sick individual. And I pray you see this video coming from Dilla T in St. Louis. Because why your name came up doing that? I wish you would tell me to my face. I starved my son because he need to fast like me. Or whether you tell me the same thing you told your daughter to tell a story about that she did a split on a doorstop. Tell me that. The great part about life is you ain't got to be tough to smack the piss out of a person's face. You ain't gotta be tough to smack the skin off you. You ain't gotta be tough to take this right here and make you feel it through the screen. Tavares, Trip. You gotta be tough to make you feel it, partner. What you talking about? Trust me, this ain't the day, Dirty. Watch your mouth in my house. This ain't the day. You probably could have chose the last week with all that. But trust me, don't come in here talking. This ain't the day, dog. Worst thing you could ever do, man. Move along, because you boys stupid. The greatest part is, why is the world not standing up against him, but they will stand with him when he makes music? Why are they not against him when he's hurting his kids? Why are they not against him when he's done wrong? But y'all always with him when they write. With this music. You ain't got to be tough to smack the skin off somebody, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. Become a member. Let's go.
Stand together and boycott it if that's the case. Do something against this. But everybody acting like it ain't no big deal. A lot of people is acting like this is no big deal. You talking about little ones. Can you imagine drop your child off at 10 in the morning and come back 6 o'clock at night and pick your baby up and your baby ain't ate all day long? Are you serious?
That's crazy.
This is crazy. This type of stuff pees me off. And then you got a little girl that you send somewhere with her daddy thinking that's your protector. Most little girls first protector is their daddy.
Right. How do you trust it?
And she come back in that way, and you took her to the studio? Y'all, if anything, it should be some charges. Because
right.
I'm wondering what really happened to her.
Right. Right.
Because I don't believe the banana in the tailpipe story.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Right.
I do not believe that.
And to be real with you, that's how you know the mother is nothing either. Hit that like button, subscribe, double tap that screen, subscribe, double tap that screen, become a member. That's how you know the mother is nothing. Because she loved the money more than her daughter. Let me say that again for the people in the back that don't believe me. Her mother loves the money more than the child. Because I'm sure he paid her off. Because to be real, if you was a real mother or a real father, and your daughter came home like that, you would have been calling the police. If there had not been a legitimate reason for her to be bleeding in that area regarding her flipping, twirling, or playing outside, you would get the police called on you immediately by your baby mama or whoever. Because at the end of the day, that further lets that mother know, oh, something was done and ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody called me. Like, think about it. That ketchup stain was down there in between her legs for 2 days. So nobody even called the mother or nothing. It happened. The little girl, whatever happened to her happened. And she was still there with her daddy and never said nothing. So the daddy knew about it, never said nothing. And then even when talking to the mother, they still didn't even call police about it. It still all was swept under the rug. Shout out to Keith and Katie in the building. Says, hell yes, I would. Oh my God, I didn't even know this. I thought they just didn't feed her. Oh, and I came in, holy crap. Yes, actually, I'd be calling all brothers, uncles, and they'd be calling the coroner. That's real. Those are real humans. Those are real people that's just not finna let the money cover up abuse, cover up neglect, cover up. Ain't no way. The world better get on NLE Choppa right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
The doorknob with the flip story. I don't believe it. And y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all believe that mess, because I don't. Anyway, y'all let me know, please. And prayers up for them babies, that they get, from this point on, be safe and away from danger, wherever it may be. Okay, y'all? Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace, y'all. And if y'all want to support the channel, y'all know what to do.
Josh in the building. What's up, brother? Hit that like button, subscribe, family, become a member.
So this website that I'm on right now lets you invest into real estate for as little as a few $100s. It doesn't require me to deal with tenants or rehabs, and it is complete.
NLE Choppa is being accused of doing some pretty horrific things to his kids. Usually I won't cover these kind of things, but because it's coming from his own baby mothers and they're dropping receipts, like, I gotta cover it, but it's looking bad for Choppa, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. NLE Choppa has 2 kids that we know of. He just debuted a new baby on Instagram, but that's inconclusive at this point. So far we know he has 2 kids by 2 baby mothers, okay? Now, the second baby mama, Marissa, this is the one that we've seen Choppa with over the last couple of years. They were in a very public relationship that ended pretty badly. Well, she's accusing NLE Choppa of essentially starving their baby. NLE Choppa has gotten deep into like the holistic treatments as of lately. NLE Choppa don't care about music no more, bro. His mission in life is to be Dr. Sadie Jr. He wants to be a spiritual healer. He even dropped his own BBL pills that was apparently pills that will give you a natural BBL. Sounds like a scam to me, all right, but I haven't seen anybody really complain about it or any class action lawsuits yet, so I'll let him live. But Marissa is accusing NLE Choppa of taking his holistic nonsense a tad bit too far. She would post receipts of what she would say is NLE Choppa admitting to engaging in practices that ultimately led to the baby ending up in the emergency room. So Marissa took to her Instagram story and she would say, hold on, I was asleep. I'm tired of y'all trying to wake the beast up. I advise y'all to let me be. And then she followed up with, remind you you're fasting a child that was 1 year old. So she showed receipts of where she says, be real, you couldn't even feed my child. NLE Choppa responds back with, well, hinders me as a father, but it's something out of my control. She says, cool. NLE Choppa responded back and says, again, this is about a 1 year old child, by the way. He says, we were fasting. Just gave him the wrong juice. But learning experiences make great leaders. Won't happen again, I promise. I'm not who I was yesterday or the day before. So on and so on, LOL. So NLE Choppa will claim that it was the wrong juice that got the baby in the emergency room. Marissa would say, no, it's not the juice. It's you starving the baby. Like you fed a baby at 10 a.m. I checked in at 6 p.m. and he still hadn't been fed again. Babies are not meant to fast. And then go back and forth. And
first of all, he gave the child beet juice. You know what beet juice is? Tell me what beet juice is. What is beet juice? No, I'm gonna wait on y'all. What is beet juice? The man gave this child beet juice. No other food, no nothing. Tall cup of beet juice. You got to be out. All the cells in your brain got to be gone for you to tell me you just gave this child beet juice all day. A child. What is beet juice doing for a child? Tell me now. What is beet juice doing for a child? Little kid, under 10, under 8. What is beet juice doing for that child at that age? Oh, let's make sense. We about to make sense today. What does beet do for a child? Somebody in here talking nutrients, like vitamins or something. You think a child can survive off beet juice? Because if it's vitamins, minerals, and all that, you telling me the child can just survive off the beet juice? Thank you. Thank you.
He shows like the correspondence where Choppa is kind of being stubborn about this issue.
And then he going back and forth.
He can fast the baby.
And then he going back and forth with the baby mama like, the child, my son is in the hospital not because of beet juice. And he like, oh no, my son in the hospital because of beet juice, not because of the beet juice, because you're starving him. He like, no, not because of starvation. It's the wrong juice. Man don't know nothing about no kids. This dude don't know nothing about kids at all. And you just all of a sudden saying, I'm going to just give him beet juice because I'm taking beet juice. Or you stupid. Do you think kids 1 and 2 years old can brush their teeth with grown toothpaste? You dummy. Do you know they would swallow that? It's the reason why they give you the type of toothpaste for kids, because they know kids will swallow the toothpaste. They're kids. They think it's good. You have to save the child from the child. The child don't know. NLE Choppa should be smacked, beat up, dragged, humiliated, tortured. Not because he just did it. It's because he think it was okay to do. That's the problem, people. He thought it was okay. So when he found out it was wrong, he still kept saying it was okay. That's why he should be towed up. Because he still think it's okay. You did what you did. You was wrong. Wow. But no, you feel like you're not wrong. You just saying it was beet juice. It's okay. He went to the hospital because of the juice, not because of the starvation. It's okay. He think it's okay still. That's why he should be towed up right now. Because of what he did, he think it's okay. Not in his right mind do he think the child neglected that child from nutrients and daily supplement that a child needs to survive and live.
And nothing will happen to the baby. She continues to press NLE Choppa to feed the baby 3 times a day. NLE Choppa says, gee, he do not need 3 meals, my ninja. She says, I'm finna ask the world real quick. He says, a baby don't need 3 whole meals a day. Ask the world, the F. Now, I don't feel like NLE Choppa is up.
And then it's so funny too, because it's like he like a baby don't need 3 meals a day. Listen to this stupid boy. And then he talking about ask the world. That is the life we living in. Everything that is being done is based off our opinions and podcasts. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Everything we're doing today is based off our opinions and podcasts. Because these people are talking about regular stuff that you can ask a doctor, or my bad, you're supposed to know before you even leave the hospital with your child. Okay? Because they won't even let you leave with them. But yet they on the phone arguing and saying, ask the world. So think about it. Enough dummies in the world tell you that a child don't need to eat 3 times a day. Oh, he gonna feel so right. And she's so stupid as a young woman that should be a mother to already know what it is to not have to argue and go back and forth with a stupidity creature about what her child needs. The nerve of her. Shout out to you, R. Handy. I appreciate you about the shirt, fam. You see how we coming and how we going, what we doing. Hit that like button, subscribe, double tap that, hit that notification bell on all. Why? We cooking. Let's go.
Operating in malice. I feel like NLE Choppa is deep into like his holistic stuff that he's getting carried away. Okay, so he says, like I said, he been drinking juice. Are you effing slow? Getting him to have healthy bowel movements. Are you effing slow? Ninja got a Gucci Mane belly. Y'all overstuffing him like a teddy bear. So NLE Choppa sees his kid has a belly and he wants to put his baby on a diet, in a fasting diet, to get his baby lean. Ain't like a big baby like healthy? He says he can miss a MF meal if I say he can. Juice fills him up too. She says he poops 3 times a day. He has healthy bowel movements. NLE Choppa says, and he ain't effing complain. Only thing he's saying is goo goo gaga over here. He's straight. Now, this is the lead up, by the way, to the kid eventually going to the emergency room. He responds back, we finna double up. He's straight. He got beef juice. Bro got him on the cow diet, homie. Get that boy beet juice. He says beet with great benefits, which is a fruit. So technically, He MFing 8. I don't give a F what a MF talking about. Here's the crazy part. He says the baby is filled off of beet juice. He good. But then before he drops off the baby, he then texts her because he's about to drop her off. He says, yo, the baby has only been saying goo goo gaga while with him. But when he's about to drop off the baby back to Marissa, he texts her saying, yo, he's hungry. And he says, when pulling up, I gotta get these clothes from Blank Street. I'ma just wait on you. She says, you ain't feed him? He says, I have his bottle. We took a nap, then woke up, just finished getting a haircut. What does that have to do with why you ain't feed the baby?
Right.
She responded back, milk is just something for him to drink. He need actual food now. He responds, I thought he already ate. It's okay, we over here on a juice fast. I'm feeding him some that's gonna flush him out. Laughing. So he said, the baby is hungry. She says, you need to get him food. He says, nah, it's okay. We're on a juice fast anyway. He could be hungry for a little bit. We're gonna flush out his, sir, what? The baby is hungry. What are you talking about?
Do you hear that?
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Doing that baby like that? And then what else is crazy is
Those who answer the call.
he got it all in text message. That's where he tripped.
FirestoneTire.com.
He got it all in text message. That's where he tripped. That man is gonna be so toe up in court, but they not gonna even take him to court. That's the problem. That's the problem.
At Aveeno Baby, our formulas moisturize.
Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking in here, understand what's going on. Never forget, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Here in my family, no filters. Let's go, fam.
Since 1929, Shane Company has been making beautiful engagement rings. We handpick exquisite diamonds and gemstones. And
Again, man, maybe I'll give you a benefit of the doubt. I'm positive NLE Choppa ain't purposely trying to hurt his baby. No. NLE Choppa is misguided and he's in too deep. She responded back, not funny. He hasn't ate since this morning then. That's a baby. He responds back, Marissa, if he ate this morning realistically, his next meal should come around the time you get him, 12 to 6. Body is like a clock. He will be fine. He then starts spazzing on her for not believing in a Choppa diet. All right, even using ChatGPT to back him up. So he writes, listen, I'm not gonna argue with you on everything I love. He ain't supposed to eat 3 times a day. Like I said, he shows ChatGPT and prompts. He also says, the ninja don't need no 3 dead meals. He's juicing with his dad, which is healthy, and clean out his tummy for good gut health, like I said. When you get him at 6 p.m., stuff him all the F you want. He's forever well taken care of, ninja. So his last meal was at 10 a.m. NLE Choppa says, hey, when I drop off the baby at 6 p.m., you can feed him all you want. He's fasting with his dad. He's not going to have food from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., a 1-year-old. Now, obviously, this was nonsense. Obviously, this holistic stuff is mumbo jumbo because the baby ended up in the emergency room due to this extreme fast that Choppa was giving him. After the baby ends up in the emergency room, NLE Choppa is now humbled and begins to apologize. He then writes her, I love you and apologize for the other day. My composure should have been kept and I shouldn't have acted in distress even though I was in distress. Just want to let you know that. She responds back, acted in distress in defense that you didn't feed him. I had to take him to the emergency room. He was dehydrated and itch wasn't normal. Beet juice was too strong for him. But I wasn't finna sit there and tell you because I'd be wrong or some ish. He responds back, acting in distress with no regards of this. My distress came from me feeling like no matter what I do, you want perfection from me when nobody's perfect. No, she just wants you to feed the baby, bro. Like,
right,
bro, you gave the baby beet.
See, that's narcissist right there. Yeah, that's too much. So now you flipping the situation.
And he was fed. He just wasn't fed a solid food. We both was asleep and we woke up literally 2 hours before you got him. I had to prepare for the show. And as you've seen in the other like messages, he then admits that he gave the baby the wrong juice, or maybe beet juice was not the right option. That's horrific, bro. Now, Choppa is a new parent, and parents aren't perfect, and they make mistakes. And maybe he's trying to do the right thing, or he's doing what he thinks is.
Yeah, but you over here talking about babies don't supposed to eat 3 times a day. He should have been slapped the hell out of, because he over here talking about a baby don't eat 3 times a day. It's called breakfast, lunch, dinner. Babies eat breakfast, after breakfast, lunch, after lunch, dinner, a little bit after dinner, milk at night. Stop playing with me, man. This little dude so stupid that he don't even know how much a child needs when they coming into the world. So while he's talking about what they don't need and you trying to flush the system, stupid, you should be overflowing his system with nutrients, as they all should be getting, as they do from breast milk, or even back in the day with infant milk, processed milk. The fact that they have to get that bottle every 2 hours, 4 hours, there's never you stuffing them with nothing but nutrients, growth. This man said he trying to flush the system so he can be like his daddy. Is you stupid? Boy, you 30-something. You full grown. And even in his apology, it was like, I apologize. You expect perfect from me or perfection, and I couldn't deliver it. That's not perfection about you just feeding your child and you going back and forth because you talking about his belly big. You was wrong. And you should be beat up for that several times over. Telling her, I don't want him to eat. I don't want him to have a big stomach. I don't think he should do this. I'm his daddy. I don't care what nobody says. I'ma make him don't eat. I'ma make him drink beet juice. All of that was selfish. Self-centered. You did not think about what the child needs. You just thought about how you want him to look and how he coming off. Worst thing you could ever do in your life, NLE Choppa, is stand on how you treat a child when you a child that don't even know how to be treated. You a child. You still trying to find yourself. You out here reading books of enlightenment, trying to figure out what God you want to serve, who is real king, when the world started, when it's going to end. You out here still trying to figure out your damn self. How you out here going to tell some child how to live? You a child trying to tell a baby how to live, and you don't even know. Baby could have lost their life going to the emergency room. All because you a child and telling me what you want to do, but don't know what you should be doing. Everybody be like, hey, listen, I want my baby to do this. I don't want my baby to do that. Oh, look at my baby's stomach big. I don't want my baby's stomach big. So let's just not feed my baby now so their stomach can come down. Baby ain't even fully grown, ain't fully nothing yet. Jalea D, Sugar Rush in the building. Don't even know nothing yet. And you gonna cut off the nutrition? All because of how they look. That's the problem with folk today, baby. Care about how you looking. You care about too much of what folk think. That you're going to starve yourself. It ain't that serious. You willing to starve yourself just to keep looking good. And this boy is willing to starve his child because you want your child to look amazing. I can't believe this. Hit that like button, subscribe right now. Become a member. We cooking.
Can like dehydrate, like Choppa, bro. Just be normal for once, bro. Like if you want to take yourself through that as an adult, do your thing. But bro, let the baby be a baby, bro. Like let the baby have the milk. Let him have the formula. Let him have, you know, like the cereal. Let the baby be a baby, bro. All right. Now, NLE Choppa's other baby mama, which is the first one, she would also accuse NLE Choppa of being neglectful towards their daughter that they had together. Now, the daughter is NLE Choppa's first child. She also took to her IG story to expose NLE Choppa. With this particular accusation, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Like, I can see how some people will say it's NLE Choppa's fault, but I could also see some people say, bro, give him like a break. It's not entirely his fault per se. So, the baby mama wrote, talk about how the last time my daughter went with him, she came back home saying her vagina was hurting and was bleeding down there for 2 days. Now, she started this off pretty horrific, having everybody think, hold on, like, what are you accusing him of? But then she clarifies, okay? She says, because she was afraid to tell him. Now, apparently, the baby girl got an injury while with NLE Choppa, and like, she was afraid to tell him that she got injured. So, come to find out, he had her at the studio per usual, not watching her per usual. She did a split and landed on a door stopper and hurt herself. It was people around. She told a woman that was there, and she also did nothing, didn't even tell her dad. That happened on a Sunday. My baby ain't come home till that Tuesday, blood in her panties, which means she bled for 2 whole days because she was afraid to tell her own father she hurt herself. She came straight home and told me what happened word for word. I took her straight to the emergency room. This man neglects my kid, and I've been given the benefit of the doubt so my child can have her father in her life. I cried like a baby when my daughter told me what happened to her. I was more sad that she was in pain and not comfortable enough to tell her own father. I feel like that right there is the issue. Like, that's the most important. Like, that's the most important issue. Like, if the kid is at the studio and there's other adults around, the kid is roaming around, like, I can't really blame NLE Choppa for not having his eyes on the kid the entire time, right? Like, kids will be kids. But the fact
shut up.
That
see, shut up. You better shut up in her right now. He better shut up in her right now. You better shut up right now. You better shut up right now. See, and I don't even want to do this, but that guy name is Poetic Flacco. And now he need to be slapped. Because he just said that it's not NLE's entire fault that his child is in the studio running around. It's all his fault. Why is your child at the studio? In an environment that is unsafe. If she's at a studio, she should be safe. Your responsibility that she is safe. If she's in the studio and it's you and your engineer, it should only be you two for her safety. But if it's you, several other people, and your daughter in there, and you somewhere else, and you don't know where she at, but then all of a sudden you talking about she got ketchup in her pants, and she don't want to tell you, let me tell y'all what y'all don't know. She wasn't scared to tell her daddy. Nope. She wasn't scared. You ain't get that part. You ain't heard the video before this one, just so you know. She wasn't scared. She told her daddy. They told her to tell their mama a different story. Oh, I bet that just hit you, didn't it? Oh, let me bring that back for the people in the back that thought this man was just talking like he making sense and he believing what girls are saying. The girl went and told her daddy. Found out the daddy and them told the girl to tell their mother that she was in there doing a split on a door stopper. First of all, the door stopper is all the way to the door over there. And you doing splits in this studio constantly? That's a lie. You're not in the studio doing several splits on door stoppers, where you just all of a sudden hit the middle area of your levels here. But you in the studio with all these men, and your daddy ain't nowhere to be found. But all of a sudden you come home with ketchup in your pants. What? That man don't care about his daughter enough to where she got something happen in the studio. Daddy found out. And they told that girl what to say. And told her to make up a story about hitting splits on door stoppers. That sounds like something stupid that this stupid little boy would come up with. And paid somebody off, allegedly. You come with that story, pay somebody off, and you're back. Because think about it. Why would your baby mama, your first baby mama, come out and say this later? Somebody was paid off. Somebody was told a certain story. She came out after the first baby mama, after the second baby mama talked about her son and how he just did the beet juice and starved him. And then all of a sudden the first baby mama want to come out and say, well, let me tell you about what he did to my daughter. Or you forgot you got paid off? Or you forgot you were supposed to shut the hell up? Or you forgot? That's why you never said nothing when it first happened the first time. If you a real mother or a real father and find out your daughter got ketchup in her pants for 2 days and she been in the studio with men, you're not telling me we out here looking to kill. Somebody knows something. And somebody then paid somebody to shut it up in here. Now the money then ran out. Now you want to go public about what happened. Because the other baby mama going public about what happened with her. She finna get some money probably. Now you want to get some more money. It don't work like that, duck. Because I couldn't fathom, you hear me? Kill, shoot. Let my child tell me something. Let my child just tell me. See, that's the difference between you and me. My child ain't just gonna tell me no anything. Because they just ain't know any word. Just doing anything they want to do. I need to know where you at. You need to be to my hip if you ain't in my house. You took my hip if you ain't in my house. My daughter gotta be to my daughters gotta be to my hip if they not in my house when we go somewhere. I need you right here. I need to know where you at, what you're doing, where you're going, why you coming, how you living, where you going, how you coming, how you living, where you going, what you're doing, how you coming, how you living, what you're doing, where you going, how you coming, how you living. What you doing, where you going, how you coming, how you living. That's real parents. The mother should be ashamed of herself. The NLE Choppa should be ashamed of himself. The other baby mom should be ashamed of herself. Point I'm making is they all ducks. And they all don't get a pass. They all get cooked tonight. You better take care of your kids. Because if you don't, somebody out here will in the wrong way. Let me say that again for the people in the back that didn't get it. You better take care of your kids, because if you don't, somebody out here will in the wrong way. You better thank God for no filters, because we're here to bring light to darkness. We're here to not read the headline, but read in between the lines. To inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like her, talk like her, we know what it is. Let's go.
And she probably feels scared to tell her father because she felt like she would have gotten in trouble, or they don't have the relationship that NLE Choppa wants to form with the kid. Maybe he's not with the kid often, so she don't feel comfortable with him, you know, talking about something that sensitive, you know. So that she continues, and she says, scared she gonna get in trouble, and had to wait till she got back with me to tell me, y'all keep saying, why keep sending her back? We have a court order. She will continue, and even...
Because even in that, why she ain't call the police? Your daughter got ketchup in between her legs. She was just with her daddy now. Ain't nobody got a reason about nothing, and don't nobody know what happened but this stupid explanation. And even in that explanation, still didn't make sense. But the fact that the mother didn't even question it. She didn't even look into it. She didn't even say, like, what you mean, splits? What is she doing splits in a studio and come down on a doorstop? How many times? How? Where the cameras at in the studio? Let me see something. The fact that the mother just accepted whatever was said. I'm telling you now, fam. They was told. And even after she was told that she took the money. That's why that never got to police. That never even got out. And the only reason it's out now is because the other baby mama is complaining about him and trying to get some money off of him. So now she want to come out and say what had happened then. So she can get some money. And of course, her situation sound way worse. Because that's a little girl talking about ketchup in between her legs for more than 2 days. Eugene Pruitt, good to see you, my brother. It's been a long time. I truly appreciate you pulling up, man. Become a member. Hit that notification bell on all and subscribe, my brother, so you don't miss no episodes, my G, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. You hear me? But I want you to understand that is the realest thing. Check out the other video before this. We even got even more information about how that got unfolded and how him and his baby mama been working together. Allegedly. Kia said, it's sad these mothers are using the children as a cash bait. Yes, they are, because even in the sense of them making that cash, it's the fact that they get pregnant and they going to be cash because that's the baby daddy. And they move right along. But the funny part is it's all based off the money. The kid keeps them in the money. Nerdy Lock says she should be dealt with as well. You right. She should be dealt with accordingly. Because yet you failed that child too. He failed the child and she failed the child as well. But the fact that the child came to him and that man created a story to tell the mother. And the mother took that story and the money. Because we never knew about this until now. So why we didn't know about that then when it happened? That's the point I'm making, fam. Why we didn't know about it when it happened? Because they're taking the money.
Express her concerns and say that, you know, she's at a point where she don't want to have the case go back. And she's thinking about violating the court order. She would say, we have a court order, but at this point, I don't care what consequences I get for her not going back and being neglected. Seeing my daughter cry and scream to not want to go when it's his week and telling me she doesn't want to go hurts me because I feel like I failed her as a mother, giving her this mental patient of a dad. You don't know till it's too late, though. If you don't have kids right now, don't. The first accusation is completely on him, to be honest. Bro, you fasted, you starved that baby, probably not intentionally, but you starved that baby by consequence, right? The baby was dehydrated, had to go to the emergency room because it's malnourished. There's no excuse for that. That's out of control, bro. With the second story, kind of want to give leeway, bro, because, bro, how Choppa kind of interacts with his kids on social media, if that's any signs of how he truly feels about his kids, yo, Choppa loves his kids, I'm sure. I don't feel like Choppa wants to bring any harm to his kids. I feel like Choppa right now is probably he's parenting how he probably learned to parent. He's parenting how...
It's all that. I feel like you see how he keep talking, I feel like that's the problem with the world. You got another podcast talking about how they feel about something, and people are leading with that. None of it is logic or facts. This is him talking about how he feels. But if he reads logic, and if he listens to the facts, yeah, NLE Choppa is neglecting his kids. How can you sit there and say that he's not after he let his daughter go to the studio? Now she got this in her pants. And then you're starving your child because you're telling her you want him to look this type of way and not have a Gucci Man stomach. This is all you. Caring about the wrong things. Or lacking the stuff you should care about, but then lying because of what happened to your daughter. So for this guy to be talking poetic flacco, he got to shut it up in here right now. Talking about he parenting the way he was parented. His baby mama should have sat there and been like, if she realized that he is parenting in a manner that is not right or good for their child, in that moment, she should be speaking up. Period. And just like he want to ask ChatGPT about all that, you could have asked ChatGPT about how to raise a child at this point for these stupid kids. So the nerve of him, the ignorance of him, the lack of him, and the fact that this man keep talking about he feel that this man NLE Choppa ain't trying to do him wrong. I say otherwise. There's no excuse for this. No excuse.
He was probably parent, right? And it feels like he's having some challenges. I don't feel like he'll be a bad parent forever. I feel like he can still learn. But right now, this is some bad stuff, Choppa. Get it together, bro. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out why this FBI agent is accusing Jeezy of snitching on this drug kingpin in 2005. Also, I make a lot of money from YouTube, almost $1 million this year. So if you want to learn how to grow on YouTube, there's a sign-up link in my description. I'll pick one of my subscribers every month and give you guys a free coaching, like one-on-one. I hop on Zoom, FaceTime, whatever you prefer, and I, really coach you and help you get up your YouTube channel. You feel me? And yeah, you feel me? And like we'll be locked in. You text or call me.
Always Keith and Khaki. That's a real thing. I appreciate you because that's the point of understanding why we come here, why we doing this, why we here, why we been family, why we fellowship Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. each and every week. It's a real thing. There's always something going on. And there's always light to be brought to darkness. There's always a chance to inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. There's always a chance to connect. There's always the donations in the Cash App pinned at the top of the chat. There's always the super chat for you to support. There will always be, boom, $2 raffles, $5 raffle for the hoodies. Sponsored by Savvy for Well. There will always be your boy Dilla T, my family, here at No Filters. As always, that's the only way it want to go. That's the only way we have to connect. There's only one way to do it. And that's you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat, something to drink, and something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the titles, fam. Never forget, when we get into this here, you know it's your boy Dilla T and my family here at No Filters. As always, fam, good night. Have an amazing evening. Please be safe. And God bless. I'm out.